What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in a car mechanic simulator. I love that truck. With me, the virtual mechanic, and today's project, the Porsche 911 Turbo S 964. I absolutely love this car. Big fan of Porsches. This is my third one on the channel so far. Absolutely love it. It looks incredible. Very happy. Going to put performance parts in that engine and make it as fast as we can and beautiful. Let's get it over to the car wash and get it cleaned up. Here we are then at the car wash. Let's get it lovely and shiny and clean. What colour is it underneath the dust? Oh, a bit of a grey. That's not bad. I quite like the grey, actually. Maybe. Let's get the interior done, get it back on the lift, and get this engine ripped out. That is the gearbox out. The oil pan was still there, so let's drain the oil to be on the safe side. There was some in there, so good choice there. Let's get you put away, and let's grab the engine crane. Get this engine lifted out of here, ready to work on this car. Ready to get everything stripped down. Let's get this intercooler off and get the engine pulled out, and then we'll crack on with getting everything torn off the car, ready to work on. Here we are then, lovely Porsche, stripped down to absolutely nothing, complete barely down to the frame. Speaking of, let's get this frame all lovely and welded, shiny and new. That's still cheaper than 11,500. Next up, we will get all the body panels back on and then get it over to the paint shop for a new coat of paint. That is the interior and exterior all finished, looking a lot better than it did before. Let's head over to the paint shop and pick a lovely colour. Here we are then. I've gone for this gorgeous metallic purple with the yellow stripe down the side with Turbo S written on it, looking absolutely insane. I probably won't try and colour match too many parts to this. I'm probably going to stick mostly chrome, but let's jump in and get the suspension done. I have done a little bit of colour. For example, these springs are purple and yellow, but most of it is just chrome under there. So let's get it on and see how it all looks together. Here we go, all the suspension finished, mostly in chrome, looking insane with a bit of colour on the suspension and the brakes. I think I've done quite a good job colour matching it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But next up, let's get all the engine bay stuff all back in, ready to go. That's the engine bay all sorted, all shiny and new in there. Next up, we need to work on that engine ready to go underneath this beautiful trunk lid here. Now the engine is all finished, it is time to drop it into the car. What is going? Oh yeah, there was an update. It's a Christmas update. There's a Christmas tree. Oh, that's cool. Got some lights around the shutters. Some bits hanging from the ceiling. Looks really nice. Merry Christmas, everybody. Anyway, let's get this engine dropped into this car. Lovely. Nice. Just got to get that intercooler on, and then we can get on and get the gearbox and stuff done. Intercooler dropping on here, and let's get this car finished off. There we go. Now we're onto the wheels. So we've gone for the 964 rims, obviously being a 964. Both 18s front and rear. The rears are a 265 width with a 35 profile, and the fronts are 235 with a 40 profile. Let's get them on the car. Here we are then, the rims are all done. This car is virtually finished. There was a new update, I'll tell you about that one in a second. But these are looking really smart, very happy with how these chrome wheels have turned out. This car looks insane. There is only one thing missing, and that's something new. So let's go and check that out. First of all, over to the toolbox. We've got this here, which is the window tint toolkit. Adds a window tint toolkit to your garage, which can allow you to tint car windows. Let's get that bought. And now let's have a play. So you move it over to the car like you do with the engine lift and everything, and then you play around with it in here. This is my first time using it on our purple car. Well, it's first time using it, so let's go with a purple tint. Now, that's pretty cool. You can go all the way up. Nice different levels of opacity there. I don't want the front windscreen to be fully done, though. I just want that with a light tint on it, but I want everything else fully tinted out. Let's have a play around and see what we can see. Nice, we can do them all separately. So let's do the windshield as a light, sort of opaque one that you can see through, and then I'll go around and get all the sides and back done to a proper deep cover where you can barely even see through them. So let's just do that, and I'll see you in a second. There we go. I've gone for really tinted at the back and the sides there, and hardly any tint at all on the front. I think it looks really nice, but let's get it outside. Here we are then, the completed Porsche 911 Turbo S 964. Absolutely stunning. Loving this interior. Loving that engine. It is probably my favorite engine of all time. I would love to have this car and one of these in real life. The interior here looks insane. The exterior looks great. I love this car. I think the purple was a good choice. And keeping most of the things chrome with a few purple accents, I think, was a lovely idea as well. Them wheels, it just looks so good, and the light coming off this purple is insane. But let's get in, let's get it started up and hear what it sounds like. Hopefully this will be good. Ooh, that's a bit different. Oh, that's got a lovely grunt to it. Love the sound of that. Let's get it over to the dyno and see what power this baby makes. Here we are then at the dyno, 362 starting horsepower. Pit for some performance parts on it, and we have added 303 horsepower, 84%, pitting the total up to 664. Let's see what it does on the track. Here we are then at the track. 3, 2, 1, go. This is okay. It's doing all right. It's sticking. Obviously the slicks were wide enough to stick to the track there, and it's sort of pulling really well. We're already up to 300 kilometers an hour. What can we get to by the end of the runway? I'm hoping, let's at least make it to 400. Come on, Turbo Porsche. You can make 400 kilometers an hour. Come on. You know, there it is. 400 kilometers an hour. And we finish at 409 kilometers an hour. So, 409 kilometers an hour. That does put it in at 10th place on our leaderboard. Just above the other 911 we did. But this car is absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy with it. I love that engine. As I said before, it is one of my favourite engines of all time, and it looks beautiful with a few purple touches and the yellow bits in the engine bay there. It is very nice, with the doors closed and the yellow stripe with the Turbo S. It does look really stunning. I am very, very happy with it. And I will be sad to see it go, but we do have to get it sold, so let's have a look at that. Here we are then. So we have finished it. It is all 100% very nicely done. 664 is the new horsepower we managed to squeeze, but what can we sell it for? $291,427. That's pretty good. We did spend $41,856 buying the car, and then $61,336 upgrading the car and fixing it all today, pitting our total spend at $103,192, which makes our total profit $188,235. That's pretty insane. I'm very happy with that. We especially need it as I just dropped about $500,000 on something, which I'll show you in a second. Let's get rid of that. It is time to have a look at what I spent $500,000 on this game. That's right. This is the McLaren F1. Sadly, this isn't the long tail edition, which is the one I wanted. It is the GTR. But this will be a good money maker, I hope. Only has 176,000 miles on it, which is pretty low for this game, really. So we are going to tune this one up. We're going to make it as fast and as pretty as we can. We are going to keep it a GTR, not going to change it to the long tail. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Leave me a like if you did, and maybe even consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. We have a McLaren.